But first, this segment is sponsored by Denali. Earth Day is almost here, and did you know that about 1/3 of all food purchased by Americans ends up in the trash? Well, we wanted to learn how to keep our food waste out of the landfills, so I caught up with Eric Spicer, Head of Growth and Customer Experience at Denali. Hi, Eric. Nice to see you. So tell us, what is the extent of food waste here in the United States?
Well, it's a big problem. Nearly 1/3 of all food generated in the United States makes its way to landfill. That's over 70 million tons as of 2023. It's about $380 billion worth of food. So it's definitely a big problem, and Denali is trying to tackle it by generating awareness, which is what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah, expand a little bit about the environment. How exactly does food waste affect the environment?
Yeah, so food waste in general, if it makes its way to landfill, which I just mentioned, over 70 million tons does make its way to a landfill. It creates methane gas, which is a powerful greenhouse gas. It's not good for the environment. It ultimately creates climate change, which we all know is a big issue, and so it's a very big problem. And we're trying to help generate awareness through this conversation. But you think about those landfills, about 40% of them are food waste. And it doesn't have to be. That's where we're coming to help and collect that food waste and do something good with it.
Wow, 40%. That's probably a lot more than most people realize. Tell us about the circular economy. Tell us what that means and how can people get involved and participate in that?
Yeah, so a circular economy is defined as an economic system that helps reduce pollution and waste. And I feel like our story about Recirculate, our new compost brand, is just a great example of how we're powering the circular economy. So Denali picks up food waste from customers across North America. Let's just take grocery stores, for example. We collect food waste from grocery stores. We take it, we mix it with green waste, and ultimately make compost out of it, which is a nutrient-rich organic material. We're bagging that compost and then taking it back to the stores that we originally picked the food waste up from, and now they're selling this compost on their shelves. And they're helping customers by, those customers take that compost back to their homes, and they're using it in their flower bed or their garden, and they're mixing it with soil, and ultimately it just helps those flowers and fruits and veggies grow like crazy. It's amazing. So we're extremely excited to be able to show that powering the circular economy is absolutely possible, and we're able to do that today.
Wow, that's really great. Recirculate. That sounds like a really great program and what your organization is doing. And how else can people kind of get involved to help combat climate change?
Well, I'll tell you what, they can start, we've got holidays right around the corner. They can start by making sure those grocery lists are accurate. They're not over purchasing. They're not over serving at home when they're throwing parties or having family members over. They're just conscientious about food in general, because a lot of times people, they overserve, they overbuy, and there's a lot of surplus there. And so making sure that they're mindful of that, and then if they do need to throw it out, that they're trying to find a way to divert from landfill and not just throwing it in the trash can. There's at-home compost kits. Of course, Denali is here to help as well, but there's a lot of different ways that they can make a big impact, but it really starts with one person at a time.
Yeah, that's true. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's why it's so great that you're here telling us about this so that we can all be more mindful. Thank you so much. Where can people get more information?
They can visit our website, denalicorp.com.
All right, Eric, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Again, for all this information and more, head to denalicorp.com.